everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Pup Show here on the Geeky Pup Show today for Moon Knight. Yes, episode 3 of season 1, or the only season, we don't know really. But we are here to talk about it. And of course, join me as always, Froggy and Zach.
What's up?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm hyped. I'm ready because
I'm awake because this isn't happening at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow!
I actually watched this over at 3 o'clock in the morning.
How was it?
Actually, I gotta say, for Bad Batching it, you guys missed out. That would have been a great Bad Batch episode.
Well, I think it was a great episode either way.
Oh yeah, either way. Yeah.
Well, Mark Spector is finally in charge again. So
Yes.
Yes.
And he learns to work with Steven a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how it's gonna go with this because what happens at the end, what's gonna go on for the next couple of episodes, but the rumors of there being a third personality has been confirmed.
Yeah, because
I think Oscar Isaac even confirmed that himself.
Well, yeah, you did something about but now is it Jake? And my thing is that because Jake was always a taxi driver from Queens or something like that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but he could be a bit of a brawler too.
Yeah, he always trained in the Moon Knight though.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would be Jake because the scene where I guess they allude to a third personality is like he kills people.
He's a murderer.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So was Jake a murderer? I don't think he was he? I mean,
we know it's not Mark, but
yeah, and we definitely know it's not
Mel. It's not Mel Gibson.
It's the Fat Man.
It's the Fat Man. It's Legion or the Shadow King.
Marania is saying that she enjoys the different costumes for when a character is Moon Knight. Which I kind of agree.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It kind of helps you know who's I guess if they ever had a scene where he's not talking, it kind of helps let you know who's who.
Because just to give the quick rundown, Mark is in Egypt, and they are trying to halt Harrow from opening Amunet.
No, it's Amet. You had it right the first time.
Amet's tomb. And so you see Konshu a lot in this episode because he's like, okay, well, we're going to have to do something big. If they're this close, this is what we're going to have to do. And they basically call in the gods. So the gods all summon him into the Great Pyramid of Giza, where they hold court. And
Lord Frieza?
Huh?
No, this is not Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm sure if Dalton were here, he would love to talk about the gods just coming in and summoning them. I think he would geek out there for a little bit.
Probably.
And then say they're all doing wrong.
Yeah, they are wrong. Because they call Harrow, as well, Khonshu accuses him of trying to open Amet's tomb. And Harrow just comes in, and he's able to convince them that he's not. He's just being accused of this. There's nothing to hold it up. Whereas if the gods were actually watching anything, they would be able to see.
It shows how useless they are.
He's cult.
Yeah,
he has an entire cult.
Yeah, I mean, if they're really gods, you would think they would be.
The thing is, though, they said
and they would see everything.
They said they voted they would not get involved in the affairs of men.
That is true.
Mankind. So why are they? So when they decided to banish him, why do they care? They're not getting involved. Well, we don't want us to be exposed. I'm like, well, okay. You also want people to worship you, but you don't want to let people know there's gods.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Bad writing.
Clash of the Titans, where it's like with the Greek gods weren't getting worshipped by the humans enough, so they just kind of said, whatever, we're gonna do our own thing. Screw y'all. That's kind of the vibe that I got from the Egyptian ones here. But
you know how they do it in the Dynamite, the Egyptian gods? They took on forms. One of them took on the form of a singer, so they were worshipped as celebrities. That's how they got their praise.
Interesting.
Marani is saying basically Harrow in the court uses Mark Spector
Oh, yeah.
as a crutch because he points out that he is ill, and so it looks like Konshu is just using him.
Yeah,
completely.
he uses them as like it's like, hey, you got a bad. It's like, if you ever like follow court trials or something, and you have a witness, and the witness is like unable to determine
So-
stuff. Hey, like, hey, you got a faulty witness.
Here's how
Like,
this show could be very cliche. Once Amet's free, she kills all the other gods.
I don't think she would do that with the gods. Those are just their avatars that they had. in court.
Because the only difference reminds me of those who watch Supernatural. Lucifer went up to the Greek gods and Odin and all that stuff, and then like we'll work together. And he's like, you petty little backstabbing bitches, and he just killed them all. One by one.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think they're going to go that way.
Of course, because Marvel won't do that though.
Well, we don't need them to because we shouldn't just kill the gods like that when they just appeared.
Yeah,
we're just getting into the mythological side of the Marvel universe.
That's true.
So, I mean, other than Thor. Let's be fair. Other than Thor. However, there is a second part of this where we finally see what's her name, Layla get involved.
Mm-hmm.
She tracks down Mark, and well, they need to get the details of Amet's tomb through other means.
Mm-hmm.
This leads them to I don't remember this guy from the comics.
It was Midnight. He's a collector.
No, well, first of all, they need to find the sarcophagus of this guy named Sinfu. And he's told from one of the other avatars that it's the sarcophagus has found its way onto the black market. So he goes around Cairo and he's asking. That's where Layla finds him, and she says, "Hey, I have a friend." I guess she knows the friend is like a collector of antiquities. So then it turns into a visit to go see this really wealthy guy. I believe this is also the guy that died in that skiing accident, if I'm not mistaken.
This is Midnight Man.
Yeah. So yeah, they go see him, and they've already they say they're working together, but they're not getting back together.
Now this is what he comes off as, a very snob, pompous prick, rich boy. He's got a shirt on.
Midnight Man was a bit of that too.
Yeah, and that's what his character's supposed to be in the comic books. If from issue 3, his first appearance in the Doug Metz run.
He does seem very Tony Stark.
He seems very the way he moves and acts around. It's like he's supposed to be like the bad boy, kind of and he's trying it seems like he's trying to heavily flirt with Layla in front of Mark.
Yeah, that's right. Because when their cover is she introduces him as her husband. He doesn't shake his hand for a few seconds. You're like, oh.
The guy that plays Midnight Man here is the one who died, but he did give a good performance.
Yeah, he did.
I
wish we just could have seen him in a costume.
Yeah.
Then again, we don't know. We don't know how far they got in the filming before. I didn't look up.
Didn't he die in this episode?
Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah.
Well, no, but he disappeared in the cloud.
I guess he could have fallen over and survived, but
in real life, we don't know. It says he did die, but we don't know how much they filmed.
I just assumed that in this scene he died like all of his bodyguards did, because Moon Knight's just throwing his boomerangs.
Yanton Mogar is a team. Yeah.
My favorite part about the whole fight, once they get there, is the fact that somehow, after being stabbed by 3 spears, that armor is so good.
Well, Konshu calls it healing armor. Or he says at some point in the episode, that's because he was getting shot with all the bullets, and he was shielding Layla.
The other thing they don't realize is that Konshu brought him back from the dead. This means otherwise Mark's already dead. So he even gets stabbed, he's not truly alive. So I think if he ever loses the power of Avatar, he could start dying.
Maybe.
It's implied the opposite, because Konshu did save him, but at the end of this, after this, they are able to figure out how they can track down the tomb. It's by using star maps, but it's star maps from years and years and years ago. And Konshu says we can go ahead and get these stars in the sky. like it was that night, but I need your help. And after this, they're going to take me away because they're going to lock him up.
Right.
And so that's what they do. That's what my thumbnail actually is. It's them moving the stars back to that night. And Konshu tells Steven, because Steven is the one who's into Egyptology. So
right, he's the one.
I don't know why I'm looking to the right side.
You're looking for Elmo. Is what you're looking for. No, because when they have the star map thing, Mark is trying to put it together, but Layla tells him like they need Steven because he's the Egyptology specialist. I did like also throughout the episode how when Mark's around, there are these instances where there are mirrors around. I like the way they do that. They just make mirrors appear, and it doesn't seem like outlandish. Like, oh, this would be a mirror, or hey, he can use the car mirror, or whatever. I thought that was really cool how they did that. Like, especially like with the sarcophagus, he looks up and there's the reflective roof. I thought that was really cool.
Yep. Yeah.
But when they do that, when they bring it back, Khonshu is pretty much summoned by the gods into this small statuette, and he is trapped.
Yeah.
And so Mark Spector / Stephen Grant, they are left alone. And Khonshu told Stephen, tell Mark to find me.
So I got to point out what's really interesting about this character is that many people don't realize that Moon Knight, when he first started, was basically Marvel's answer to the Batman.
Right.
And Midnight Man was basically their answer to basically the DC's Joker. That was Marvel's Joker. Because when he fights against Midnight Man, on top of the thing, he falls in the lake. When he resurfaces again, his face is distorted from all the toxic dumping into the water. So that's basically became like the big rival for Moon Knight for a while.
Yeah, I so my thought on this is, so at the end of the episode, Khonshu gets like locked away and Mark doesn't have powers or anything, or at least it appears that way. My thinking is like, I have a little bit of optimism. I'm like, is Marvel going to allude to the time like when Moon Knight wasn't supernatural, like in that whole corner, like when he was actually just a guy with the suit, he played the different roles? Are they going to allude to that? Is that what like the next episode or so is going to be? Or are they going to instantly just have Mark bust into the pyramid and free Khonshu right away so he gets his suit and powers back?
I think it might be an episode or two of just him dealing with the fact that he has Steven there too.
And whatever that third personality is as well.
Like you said,
maybe what it'll be is they realize that between Steven and Mark they can't do everything, so that's where the third personality is going to surface. Maybe.
I want to point out that actually it's improving compared to the first episode. I did not like. Second one got a whole lot better. The third episode, it's getting a lot better and more interesting what's going on. I wouldn't say it's the best show, but I can say it's shaping up to the eclipse.
That first episode was fantastic.
It might eclipse the other ones.
I thought it was
honestly. The first episode of this has beat every other one for me.
You think so?
Yeah. No, this is the strongest opening that I had for a show, for any of the Marvel shows. And I'm not saying it's the best show yet. I actually think that it's slowed down some. I do still like it, but it's not as bombastic as that first one.
I actually like the opening of the Falcon and the Snowman.
I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't understand why.
I like the one episode that had the Dora Milaje in it and Baron Zemo. That was a really cool episode. And I liked Hawkeye for the most part. I actually loved most of Hawkeye. This one, and I do like Moon Knight for the most part. The one thing, and this is going to sound, I don't know, maybe nitpicky, the costume sometimes borders on almost that Green Lantern too much CGI look in a costume. And
that's one of the reasons I don't like him like just magically changing into the costume like that.
Like it looks like a costume that you could do practically. Like it shouldn't. There's not like a lot of it that looks like it has to be CGI. You could very easily do the whole
But
mummy look and the hood and
yeah,
everything. But
which because they want to make it supernatural stuff, that's why when he gets shot, bullets are bounced off him and
oh
stuff.
no, I understand that. But just, I mean, you could do all the same scenes, but I mean, you could do it practically. I mean, you can have Thor come down in a bolt of lightning wearing an actual suit of armor.
Well,
you could do the same with Moon Knight.
I will say,
no,
when he
but
jumped off that one roof and the moon cape came
the
up,
cape,
it was
that was
great.
cool.
It
That
was
was cool.
excellent.
Oh,
because
no,
they're really
that was
going
awesome.
focusing on the supernatural part. That's why he's not wearing the normal costume. He just puts a shirt on, a cape on, like Batman does.
Yeah. My whole thing, I mean, yeah, from those far out shots where it's like, yeah, the moon cape or he's jumping across the streets and everything, that part, yeah, you need CGI. But like for the close-up shots I'm talking about, like there's scenes where it's like he's not really doing anything. Maybe he's just standing there or something. It's like, it seems to me like having a practical suit would look better. But other than that, I think the show has been really good so far. It's definitely a top 3 MCU show so far.
Well, and when Daredevil comes back, it's gonna kill all the competition.
Maybe.
We'll have to wait and see. We don't know.
Because
She-Hulk got pushed back either late this year or early next year.
What about Miss Marvel? Did they get pushed back?
I don't think so. I know She-Hulk, they were saying there was like post-production effects work they had to do. I think that's what they're saying the main reason is.
Because
they need some more time on that one.
Kamala Khan actress said that Captain Marvel movie sucked balls.
Well, she gave it 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5 means it's below average. It's a stinker.
Yeah, but anyway, I told you about that. Tell me like I didn't know.
You didn't tell me.
Anyway, that is the end of this episode.
Yes.
I think it's a really solid one. I do.
Oh, yeah. I think it's one of the best ones so far.
I'm very interested in seeing where it goes. Now that it is just Mark Spector / Stephen Grant / whoever the hell else is in there.
Right.
We're going to have to see how they do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we want to... wait. We could review Daredevil since it's on Disney Plus now. I don't know about that. But it's a little late in that game. But if it's season 4 does come...
Season 3 of Iron Fist, but make it Heroes for Hire with Luke Cage.
So
I heard you didn't like it when it was just Luke Cage.
Yeah. Why would you want Luke Cage there? We know you don't like him.
I like Luke Cage just fine.
We know why.
I like team-ups a lot, though. So...
Mm-hmm. So you're willing to make an exception?
Yeah, he didn't like Luke Cage Hero for Hire. He likes Heroes for Hire.
This is why I stream with the other humans more than y'all. This is why I only show up with y'all once a week.
Oh, yeah, that's a low blow.
Yeah, no, what? I expect this from the humans. Always trying to keep us down.
That's what you do under the bridge. That's what they call
it.
You know something, Zach? Zach, you know what? Just for saying that, I gotta agree with you because he probably does do that.
Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. Please make sure to comment your thoughts on the episode below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Check out the Ko-Fi link. And, well, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch Zach with his human pal tomorrow because apparently he likes them better, but whatever. And thank you for watching. Bye! See you next time.
Remember, you can start forest fires.
Don't start forest